Hello, all my air signs. Welcome to your weekly element reading. And so this reading is going to be all for my Geminis, my Libras, my Aquarians. And we're going to be zeroing in on the dates of August 15th to August 22nd. But of course, if you're coming across this outside of that time frame, I would still listen to this, because if you were brought here by your third eye intuition or your gut, then the spirit and creator are not bound by time or space. So I'm sure there's messages here for you. So I'd go ahead and listen. If you are listening to this between the August 15th and the 22nd, the big day that's standing out for this week is going to be on the 22nd, which is when we're going to be having our second full moon in Aquarius in a row. We had a full moon in Aquarius, of course, last month, and now we have a second one. And it has some beautiful energy that comes with it. I did do a reading, a pick a card reading around that for that moon, which I posted yesterday. It'll be at a link at the end of the video here. So if you want to check that out, there'll be a link there. And what that energy, the Aquarian energy, is bringing, they have this sense of community and wholeness and moving our whole collective of individuals, our humanity, into a new, more peaceful, harmonious direction. And so they have this objective kind of point of view that comes with that energy, where we're able to see people as they are, let them believe what they want and sit within what they want, without feeling that need that we have to take on all their beliefs as our own. We give them the space to believe and be who they are. And in that, that's what creates this harmony and this kind of this love that comes, because the other gift that the Aquarian energy brings, Aquarius is the water bearer. And so they bring this vessel that has living waters in us. And this gift they bring is they show us what we're truly thirsty for, where, we're taught to look out here in the external world for all those things that are supposed to fulfill us and make us feel whole. And all they do, they don't quench our thirst. They make us feel even more thirstier, more thirsty. I know English. So it's like, a soda that we drink on the external world, which is full of salt, which makes us thirstier, doesn't quench our thirst. But this vessel of living water that Aquarians bring is the unconditional love of the creator of all things. We're searching for love, and all those things are in the external world are unstable and disappoint us, but this living water that comes is what quenches us. So there's this beautiful energy that comes that shows us about what we really want, what we thought we want, we find out we don't, and what we really want. So some beautiful energy that comes with that. And in addition to all that, it's also a blue moon. So usually in a season, we have 3 full moons. Every once in a blue moon, we have 4 moons. And so the third moon is the extra one. And that is what's called the blue moon. So we have that energy that comes with that too. So it's about rare chances, rare opportunities coming, but it's also, I feel like this energy of this blue moon is like, believe in the impossible. So wonderful energy coming with all that. So we're going to jump in here, though, for you air signs, just to see what the creator has for you and wants you to know about the energy of this week. And we're going to start off by a card from this clarity deck. And I love it because it's from the Girls Gone Happy. So like Girls Gone Wild, they've gone happy. I love that name. It's just refreshing, right? So I'm going to give these a little shuffle here and just see. It's hard to shuffle round cards in a small deck, so just bear with me as we give these a little movement here. All right, creator, what do you want our air signs to know about this week? What do you want to have some clarity come around? Okay. So this is the one here. You've got new skin. And it says, how are you trying to crawl into an old version of this situation that no longer fits and is no longer relevant? What needs to happen to get you from to fully inhabit the new version of this situation? So yeah, kind of like a snake, you've outgrown old ways of doing things, they no longer serve you. So you're shedding the old skin and you're coming, you have this new skin. So wonderful clarity coming around these situations. It's like, what are you like ready to let go of that no longer serves you, either emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually? What are you ready to let go? So we're gonna pull some cards here from the Revelations Tarot and just see what else the Creator would like you to know about the energy for this week around this new skin. The Creator, for our air signs, what else do you want them to know? Okay, so it's gonna go here. What else? Whoa, okay. So we'll do that one here. What about here? Okay. And anything up here? Yeah, that one there. Is there anything else, or is that it? Okay. And that one too. Okay. All right, well, we are going to start with the side over here. And you have the Queen of Cups. And so the Queen of Cups is about, she's like Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. She is not only, of course, the divine feminine, which brings in emotions. The Cups is all about the emotions. And so I always look at her kind of like the heart of hearts. She is able, and it's also like the high priestess, sorry, because she's the one that is able to get into the emotions, get into the unknown, get into how we're truly feeling. And she also realizes that she balances, life as well. She understands that if you're only focusing so much on the emotional side and not bringing in a balance, that the decisions we make aren't always the most conducive to life on the earth, because it's like you can be so overly emotional or too spiritual for any earthly good. But you also can be so logical that you're have a cold heart, like the Grinch, right? And you're making decisions strictly out of information and not about, from heart and from love. So this is definitely about balancing the decisions we make, which makes sense with this coming in here about, old situations. It's like also evolving your emotions, not being stuck in old emotions, but allowing yourself to, she has all this cup full of emotions here. She's able to feel the emotions and not judge them, right? She's able to look and see that the Queen of Cups is like, what? No, there's no emotion that's evil or bad. Every emotion is for us, for our experience here. I also love when I was talking about the moon coming in Aquarius, about the water bear. Here she is bringing you those living waters as well. So letting you see that there is this place that you can quench your thirst, which is the unconditional love of the Creator. So I really like this. The old ways of thinking on what you were trying to get are changing. Because then you have the Four of Wands here. And the Wands is all about your drive, your ambition, your passions. It's also about your spiritual side. And with the Four of Wands is usually like a celebration type of card. And because it's four, like a table has four legs, it's a very solid energy. And so this is about this energy that comes in with seeing things from this different perspective, with this new, looking at this situation in a different way. Instead of looking at, celebration is kind of like a gratitude energy for me as well. So it's like, rather than focusing on a situation for what it's not, you can focus on a situation for what it is and what you can be thankful for about it. Excuse me, and that does transform the energy of the situation definitely for you. Yep, because then you have, so this would be the other side. So that's, you can choose to be happy about a situation, or the Five of Cups, which focuses on what has been spilt, right? Usually it shows the 3 cups that are spilt, and there's 2 cups usually behind the person, and they're don't see the bridge that takes them off to the palace, where there's even more. They're just focusing on loss and the things that are not in their life. So that would be the total opposite. So I see why these 2 cards came out. This is celebration, gratitude for what is. This is focusing on what is not. The wands being the energy that transforms any situation from this into something brighter, is what this energy is. And this is the Five of Cups, is the emotions. You'll get dragged down into the depths of the emotions there. The deep, darker depth places, where you feel down, instead of, this celebratory type of energy. So it's definitely, like it's saying, the new skin, old skin, new skin. Because here's the Five of Pentacles. So, the Five of Pentacles is about our lack of being able to see that there is more than lack. It's the lack card. We focus on what we don't have. The Pentacles are the physical world, or the Cups is the emotional world. So this is, hopping on top of this other card here that, that's emotionally I can do that, but it's also about the physical world. A lot of times it'll show someone going along in the snow, barefoot and wounded, and behind him is this, beautiful big window of stained glass representing the spiritual side, representing the creator, where all things come from. People are just the middleman that bring us our abundance, but the creator is the source of all abundance, and that's who sends it all. So when we believe that these humans are the ones that bring us everything, then we are like, wow, it's unstable and people do fail us and yada, yada, yada. But when we realize it all comes from a trustworthy, unconditionally loving creator, then it turns our frown upside down, right? And we don't become this, I love about these revelations cards is because it shows the person that's so sad and, in dismay. But the opposite of the card is like, yay, I see. My hand is up and I'm able to receive. So we're going to transform that energy. Actually, both of these cards, and go from, this person who's focusing on the loss of the 3. And when you flip it around, she's like, woohoo! She has the 2 cups, and she found that they're full. In fact, it's like that Ace of Cups times 2. So we're going to move those and actually transform this energy during this reading here, turning those frowns upside down into something hopeful and abundant instead. That's the new skin. Yep, because here you have the Two of Swords as well. So the Two of Swords really is a message about that. There's 2 ways of thinking. You have, like I said, the one of lack, the one of happiness. So it's really, because swords are all about our thoughts, our beliefs, our attitudes, our mental, kind of mental state of mind. But there's like 2 choices that we get to make with that. And so that's definitely like the crux of this whole thing is you have a choice. In fact, we're just going to put this like this, that you get to choose between which you want to experience, and neither is wrong. We come here to experience both sides of these, but for this week, the message is like, you know what? Let's try a new skin and not like a creepy Silence of the Lambs type of thing. This is about, a new belief, seeing yourself in a new way, trying on something new. Yeah, because here you have the Queen of Wands. So yeah, definitely the, like this queen here, you are the ruler of your energy. You are the one that commands it, which this brings you courage. It brings you brightness and lightness. And the queen, you can see she's got like lions and all this too. So you've got strength. She's the type of queen that walks into a room and commands it just because of her presence is so bright. You know, like this card here was so bright. Yeah. Speaking of bright, the sun. So this is definitely about transforming and picking the lighter side here. I mean, you can see all these cards are like so bright and these are so dark. But so it is about trying on being full, that like the cup is half full instead of half empty type of week. You know, when you've done and chosen what you've always chosen, you always got what you always got, then why not try something new and try something different? Because if you keep doing the same old thing, expecting the same outcome, that's called insanity. And lastly, we're going to pull a card here from Divine Directions. So we got clarity, we got revelations, now we got direction. So Creator, for our air signs, what message do you have for them for the rest of this week, please? Okay, they do want those two. Any others? Okay. All right, so these are your three. And we're going to start off with wait. Take time to think about the matter at hand. Don't be tempted to rush. So I love that this, like, thinking, you know, what needs to happen to get you to fully inhabit the new version of the situation. So finding the new version of the situation, I feel is like, take time to do that. Don't feel you have to make an urgent choice, because when we make an urgent choice, we usually choose the old way of doing things, right? When we make a slow, methodical, patient choice, we can make change with that. And you got soulmates. Soulmates are important people who teach you life lessons. They can be friends, lovers, and family members. So definitely, we've got lessons that we've learned. And I love this message that comes with this, is that all this stuff that happened in the past, all the stuff that brings us these challenges, all those people chose to be that. Sometimes, like you said, they're the people that teach us the toughest lessons are actually the people that love us the most on the other side. Even though we have so much love for everyone on the other side, we have special bonds with individuals that we've had adventures with. And so those individuals are the ones that will play the important roles. Even if we need a really bad villain in our life, they're like, no one else wants to do it, but I will do that for you. And so when we're able to see that everyone we interact with is a soulmate, everyone else is taking these roles in our journey in order for us to learn what we want to learn, for us to grow. Because, you know, this beautiful message of new skin is that you've done so much growth, you've come so far that you're ready to peel off the skin that of the little small snake you were, because you've grown and bigger. I'm not calling you a snake like in a negative connotation. It's a very transformative being and spirit. So and then you got time. So the universe is helping you. Look for synchronistic events around you. So definitely, as these, new version of doing things, and you're not sure how to do that, definitely you have this support to ask. And, when decisions need to be made, if you don't know what decision to make, wait. Give it time, get the answers, look for the synchronicities, look for things to unfold. And just know that there's no wrong decision. Anything that happens, you get to decide what it means. So we don't have to fear the future if we don't want to, because no matter what happens, you get to decide what it means about you, others in the world. You get to decide if it's going to be an emotion of extreme fear or extreme unconditional love that you experience as you go through it. So just know that you have that power. And if you don't have all the answers, you have a huge source on the other side of beings of unconditional love and light that won't mess with your free will, so they won't tell you unless you ask. It's like a little kid who is trying to pour milk, and you're like, here, let me help you. No, let me do it. They want to do it, and there might be some spilt milk, but they're going to learn their lessons of balance and how to do it. But if we're always, if the other side was always coddling us our entire life, we wouldn't grow, and you wouldn't be ready for new skin as well. But you can ask for help and answers at any time, and they're more than willing to do it. But they won't mess with your free will, because that's your power. And just know as you go throughout this coming week that every second of every day you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And hey, I love you too. We'll talk to you soon. Have an amazing week. You take care now.